Hello, everyone. How are you doing? I hope all is well with each and every last one of you on this evening. The current time is 5:30 p.m. So we're gonna come in and do a government check-in on today to see what it is Spirit would like for us to know, what it is that we may need to be aware of. Okay, at this current time. We don't have too many cars, so we're not going to rush or anything. We're going to take our time with this message. Okay, so the first one we have here is the Department of Interior. So I don't know much about these departments, okay? Some of these things I don't feel I would have been shown it if it was something that was still in existence, okay? Now, this doesn't mean that this whatever the messages are is pertaining to the full government. It could be just one person or two peoples or a few peoples that is associated with these departments or whatever it is, okay? But we're going to talk about it and we're going to see, all right, what it is Spirit would like to share. So the next one we got here is the Department of Energy. And that one is one that's been coming out pretty often. We have the Department of Justice coming out. All right. We also have the Department of Commerce. Wow, a lot of departments are coming out today. I will say that. Department of Defense is coming out. We have something that is related to the First through the 10th Amendment. And then we have Child Support Enforcement Office. All right. So those are the cards we got for our today's government check-in. I may go on and post this one, even though I am off camera. A lot of my messages are off camera, but I just haven't posted a lot of videos in a long time. And I don't know. We may just go on and post this one. That way, anytime you see notification about a government message, these are the type of messages that I'm usually referencing to. Okay, all right. So first off, we're gonna take our time with this, you guys. We're not gonna rush anything, but we will like to look like overall. Okay, we want to look overall. We're gonna get a one word before we get the actual cards to start diving in to see what is behind the scene going on with these departments, okay, and what's related to the First through the 10th Amendment, and what is it about child support enforcement, all right? Okay, so Spirit, this is, I think, this is the first time we ever had all these different departments out here like this, but we will look into this. Like I said, like the Department of Interior, I don't know really what they do, but some of the other ones, they are a little common to me. And so let's talk about this, Spirit. Let's talk about the Department of Interior. What are they about? What do they do? What is it overall we need to know about the Department of Interior? Something said just it's something on my hand. Spirit want me to take. Ooh, it's actually two, Father. Okay. He said put these two and keep going. All right. Department of Interior. What overall we're going to be talking about with the Department of Interior? All right. We got confirmation. So the Department of Interior has some type of confirmation about something. All right. They have received some confirmation about something. All right. So what is it about the Department of Energy? We got choice. So Department of Energy may have to make a choice about something. Okay. We have here the Department of Justice. We got resistance fell out. Resistance with the Department of Justice. All right. Department of Commerce. What is the Department of Commerce? I don't know, is that Department of Commerce? Maybe so. We got flow. So it's something about the flow when it comes to the Department of Commerce. Department of Defense. Department of Defense. We got release. So with the Department of Defense, it's going to be something dealing with a release. All right. I really don't know too much about what they do, but we're going to look a little deeper into this. Okay, what is related to the First through the 10th Amendment? What is related to the First through the 10th Amendment? We got courage. Something about courage. Something related to the First through the 10th Amendment. We have courage. Child Support Enforcement Office. You got embrace. All right, we got embrace. So something about that dealing with embrace. All right. So at the bottom of the deck, I'll tell you what we have at the bottom of the deck because we're going to get a why question to see why we get the answer at the bottom of the deck. All right. So let's start with the Child Support Enforcement Office. All right. We got embrace. So what is this dealing with, Spirit? What is this dealing with when it comes to the Child Support Enforcement Office? What is it they have to embrace? What is it? What is this about? Okay, we have here, could be something dealing with family. Okay, we got the Two of Pentacles. So somebody could have juggled something, even when it came to some type of information. Okay. This could have something to do with, what you call it, Spirit. Something even pertaining to your family, who you're connected to, linked, what is it? It's a word I want to say. Something is coming back. I'm picking that up. Something is coming back. All right. So maybe that's why somebody needs to embrace. Because it's something pertaining to the Child Support Enforcement Office. Maybe something was given out. I'm picking up more so about the information to the point that something is coming back. All right, I hope that makes sense. And I don't want to go too deep into this, but it could have something to do with the Child Support Enforcement Office. So whether it's coming back to the actual department, Child Support Enforcement Office, or it's coming back to an individual, but something is coming back. All right. But give me one more clarifier here, please. Okay, you got the High Priestess. Now, this could be because I'm here speaking to you guys today. or is something going to be coming back to me? Okay, I don't know. All right, but I'm going to leave it there. All right. So now we got over here related to the first to the 10th through the 10th commandment. So since we talked about that, we want to leave these cards and we're going to pick them back up as we go, Spirit. Okay, I'm going to leave it for now. But when I get too far, I'm either going to use another deck just in case I need additional clarifiers, okay? All right. So we got courage. What is related? Wow. We got a king of swords. Now that's somebody with authority. That's somebody with mental clarity. Okay? There's somebody that takes action. All right? So somebody may have taken some form of action. This person could be a part of the justice system, or this person can be some type of could be military linked. Okay? We have courage here. Tell me more about the King of Swords. All right, you have a Four of Swords. This person could even be deceased. Okay, and if this person is not deceased, this person is kind of spending some time to self, rejuvenating. Okay, going over something, looking over something. All right. So let me see. Let's dig a little deeper. Like I said, we're not gonna rush this. So let's look at these amendments. Okay. So why would we have a King of Swords out here along with a Four of Swords? Okay. So let's see. Let's see what this all can line in with. Okay, first through 10th Amendments. Okay, the first 10 amendments of the United States Constitution ratified in 1791 are known as the Bill of Rights. Okay, so it's pertaining to the Bill of Rights. Okay, with the first one being protect freedom, okay, of religion, speech, press, assembly, and petition. Second Amendment talks about protects the rights to keep bear arms. Okay, the Third Amendment talks about restrict the quartering of soldiers in private homes. In the Fourth Amendment, it talks about protect against unreasonable search and seizures. Okay, and then the Fifth Amendment, it talks about guarantees rights in criminal cases, including grand jury, uh, double jeopardy, self incrimination, and due process. And then the Sixth Amendment talks about guarantees the right to a speedy public trial by jury, the right to counsel, okay, and to confront witnesses, all right. And then we have the Seventh Amendment. It talks about it guarantees a jury trial in civil lawsuits, all right. And then you have the Eighth Amendment. It talks about prohibit excessive bail, fines, and cruel and unusual punishment. And then we got the Ninth Amendment coming out here. It states that rights not specifically listed in the Constitution are still retained by the people. And the 10th Amendment, it says reserve powers not given to the federal government to the states of the people. So, like I said, somebody could have been violated, or somebody knows somebody been violated. All right. Um, so this King of Swords is this here a masculine? So this is a masculine here. All right. So which way is this really going? Because I see the four swords. That four swords is mainly really where I want to get a clarifier with this four swords. We have a seven of swords. So I feel like with the seven of swords, it could have been some violations. All right. Because this talks about the sneakiness. Okay. Let's read about the seven of swords real quick. And it talks about even the theft, okay? It talks about being dishonest, all right? So I feel that with the seven of swords coming out there, I feel it was something dealing with violating the violation of these amendments, all right, upon someone or against someone, okay? The seven of swords, all right? It even talks about a strategy, okay, about something as well, all right. But it talks about it signifies as acting as a lone wolf. So there could have been somebody who was doing something, but they know they was being dishonest. It talks about dishonesty, betrayal, okay, or self-deception, okay. It says it's a call for careful planning and acting independently. So somebody could have been violated. All right? That's really what I can see there. All right? This is not the usual one, but with the dishonest, it can even go even deeper about the theft, the sneakiness. If you're a part of Terrorland, all right, and you're aware, you know what the Seven of Swords talks about. So I feel somebody was violated, but we do see the courage out here, all right? Even though they probably know they were wrong, but they still kept their courage, all right? All right. So let's move on. Now, the Department of Defense, it talks about something being released, something about release. So, what is this Department of Defense? And what is the release? Okay, we got a King of Wands out here. King of Wands is usually somebody that's a natural born leader. Okay, somebody that's takes actions. Okay, all right. Tell me more about this King of Wands. We have here a Six of Swords. Something could have been discovered. All right. Something could have been discovered about something, either about this King of Wands or this King of Wands themselves discovered something. Something was communicated, all right? This person may end up traveling or somebody may travel towards this individual. But either way it go, it's been some communication, okay? Something is starting to move quick, all right, in this situation, okay? Tell me one more here. We got an Ace of Cups coming out there. Now, the Ace of Cups, that talks about a new beginning. All right? That talks about a new beginning. It could talk about love. All right? Friendship, partnership. Okay? All right? So, like I said, I don't know too much, but what is the Department of Defense? Let's see real quick. We're not going to go deep. Okay, let's see what the Department of Defense. All right, the United States Department of Defense, the DOD, refers to as the Department of War. Okay, and we know we already said potentially this King of Swords could be a soldier.